This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, me I can feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask, they tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say that's a kush. Oh. Me brother don't want before him friend. Say that's a kush. Oh. So we they use the old age my youngest. Say that's a kush. Oh. Youths them just they die. Say that's a kush. Oh. Sorry Salone. We say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. What for you to say? Is it all?
Yes. Let we say no to kush. May fumble them. We don't come with another episode of Salone Issues. We always will make sure say we sit on here, we talk about things them way need to go right in the country. And last week, I been making clear, say where people and they talk about criticism, and they come across the wrong way. So to me, I want for let it be feedback. So we they give we feedback. Today, I not get boku topic them for talk about. As a matter of fact, I just one topic, but that topic there is stretch to boku aspect of waiting wrong now we society. I don't want to go into general Africa, so I go keep on to Salone because that's not something we it don't really more than Africa. But I go keep on to Salone because Salone now we only Salone now we number one priority. So I want to make sure say I keep to Salone. So fumble them for the people away that them fostering this for joining this program. My name is Abdul Karim Kagbo. The thing as I can always say, the thing they put food na my family table for make I able to take care of my family with no disgrace. Me na economist. Na that they do for a living. And I want to tell una boku thank you when I don't join. By the way, we don't know if Sister Matilda go surprise we again. Last week, we will get a pleasant surprise, but I sit in for him to finish a regular job assignment or not to for finish him, we will forget a little bit of time for let it go come na this platform for share a knowledge. Last week, it be share a knowledge with respect to the election we just passed, the federal election in Canada, and at the same time, it's also share about the experience relative to within the gone Mike Brewer in social media post we apparently communication director. So I don't know if he specializes in public communication, but we sister we now that side is specialize. It give we a little bit of insight as to how that they forbidden happen. We will cause much wala in the country. But let me fast forward from that, Fambulem. Before I go far, I really want for like let we engage, let we interact, because this na program I can always say VOS, as we slogan say, now we all learn. So we just there as the administrators them of VOS for make sure say we do things them we not go jeopardize the country because the country in better one now we priority. Then in our first priority now VOS. So now that make we will come with issues then. We dey make sure say to the best of we knowledge, we don't do we homework proper one. That way we now go put the country in a negative light. And not to say when I talk about negative light, but could people then go on for say, oh well, but then here we they talk about it, they put a negative light. No, not to for cover with politicians them. So if una think say una interpretation of being positive now for cover the wrongdoings of the politicians them, I sorry, but I go disagree with una with with due respect. So to me, where we expose them, the wrong things that we did they do, it help not to the short run because the short run, again, when I go say, well, people are not go do business with the country and stuff. But in the long run, if we don't clean up by God's grace the image of the country by exposing the crookish politicians here, the IAMPia, it will go a long way. So I go encourage you to follow and share and let more people come to this discussion tonight, Fambulem. So again, I want to remind we all, say we get we own way where we feel say we can able help the country. And this is something we Boku people don't show say yes, VOS they care about the country. So as a result of that, Fambulem, I just want to bring to our attention say we get a non-profit organization. We for now we get what we call the scholarship program. So the non-profit side of VOS, we call them the Voice of Salone Diaspora Helping Hands. So VOS Diaspora Helping Hands, and they register now Canada, US, and then na Salone. So again, if you go on the website, we're at www.vosdiaspora.org, una go able for see that and the certificate of incorporation, a day where we get from Canada, a day on our website because we want to be as transparent as we can. So if una get any question, una feel free for either send email, or una can call me directly with any question una get. So Fambulem will encourage una for like una share and also let una donate. So for donate, you just need for scan the code, the QR code, and then the link go pop up, and when it pop up, please follow the instructions. Now the screen, and you go for donate. So Fambulem, let we not spend too much time for talk about any other thing. So now I make this one exclusively about this topic because na topic where una go come for realize say EB. So let I open the phone lines right away, Fambulem. So for people where they call from North America, we include the United States, Canada, and Mexico. You they call we toll free, you not going to pay for that. But this not only people that within North America, because if you they outside of North America, it not going to be toll free. So the number now, the toll free number, if you in North America, now 1-866-944-7722. 1-866-944-7722. And if they call from the UK, we local number for each winner +44 2080891455 +44 2080891455. If you they call from Australia, the number for each winner +61 2909-84337 +61 2909-84337. And if you know they're not there and day, or even if you didn't there and day, you still want for use a different approach or method, yes, you can able to do that. So we get within our always can say we want port number, and this now the universal number we WhatsApp number, It don't matter whose part of the world you dey. As long as you get internet connection, you call this number from WhatsApp, you will get we. And the number now +1 343 997 5828 +1 343 997 5828. And we also get we radio station now Freetown Winner 91.9 FM, and this one based na the western rural, so meaning a Freetown na the rural part of Freetown, and you go able catch them, but you don't need for the another a day because we don't get information say people from the province then can catch you. But if they get issue with the reception, no worry about that. All you need for do is download we mobile app, we na the VOS television mobile app. So if you go na the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, you just need for type VOS television as you see, and you go able for see the link and download the link. So when you download them, it go look like this. Just type VOS television and download, and we get boku things them. Now that app they in terms of entertainment, in terms of news, where you will enjoy better one. So Fambulem, the phone lines they're open, and as I did talk about this topic, we go open the phone. I will take on a call in between, and Fambulem, waiting at the topic tonight as we put them. We put them say luxury, comma, power, and scandal. And we don't see boku scandal at our country. The scandal we still no tend for go away. Nada drug agbagba. We na just lie deka. Yos people and say and pronounce them. Just lie deka. Then the na scandal we now, go away. And it rob the Bio people, meaning the Bio family, that scandal they did at their foot. So, but the focus for today, not to that, I want to we focus on at all. The focus now we again, I want to use the word where he use against the previous administration, not so for defend the previous administration, no. Now just for tell we say that thing where Mother Bill accuse the previous administration, probably in don't take a different level. Who knows how far in don't take them. So I go say the focus of today's discussion now for talk about IAMP bill and WEF. And you say as APC under an escoma from an escoma take on down na IAMP them. And the way how we define the IAMP, I just know put IAMP because people that were not to non-Sierra Leone'S, maybe they're not gonna know what and they mean. So I decide for we decide for put per English the title, but the correct title per Salone way FOBB IAMP Bio and in WEF don't loot the country, and in fact not to past tense, then they continue for loot the country, and we get evidence of that. And this evidence where they can present to now, not to VOS get at this evidence. This evidence now international news outlet get at this evidence, and that make a more alarming for the fact say it don't fall down international water. And for people in way, because this I really want for care and go directly to we SLPP brothers and sisters them. We go say no matter what thing happen, then go still lay BNBO. I want to think twice. The same way so we an escoma be in a power, Boku is APC folks them, now that we did say be the knack chest. But in the end, what happen? Even the ministers them under APC, under an escoma, Boku of them right now they suck. But guess what? An escoma still gets money. So tell me true, even when you be minister, after a couple of years, when I left power, you don't suck. So that now for tell we say we number one priority for B, how the general country, the country as a whole, for better. Because if the country better, so if even you come on our politics, but of them get education, we then go able for get a decent job within Salone, where if they're not able for maintain that high reckless spending safe, but at least then go able for live a comfortable life instead of then they pass sokia where some of them really it's like they don't come out of their condition. But the point why they make Naya is I want for Leona no say that's not to the first time. Under former President Kaba, it loots the country, and we see the kind reckless life where they live, where woman them and all that stuff then they and even in Peking and all that. Even though some person go say it rather unfortunate that in Peking be hook up on drugs and things like that. But the point why they make Naya is we need to think about the country and not even be in your interest as SLPP strong supporter for lek una cover then tia we they can talk about. So now that make I want whether you be APCO, whether you be SLPP or whether you be independent to join we let we talk about this. Because if any leader we can at the country they continue for loot the country like this, Salone they go before. In fact, now poverty like how we see boku indices, then show say Salone still be one of the poorest country. So from 90 Amos, where they don't they talk about we being they not right at the bottom, we still not able to see that improvement. So that not for tell we say something fundamentally they go wrong at the country. So Fambulan, before I set the stage, and again, this woman is always full of pleasant surprises. So it don't surprise me again, and I want to take the opportunity for bring them in and let it really tell Fambulem Adu and Fambulem the person we now ensure this, okay? So me just the kind of engade no more for make sure say I continue the work. So Fambulem we host we nobody else but Madam. Eh, but I be dey wait for the drum for let I see how the drum they roll. But I know any drum. All right. I know say una they make them now. Now una art. But una give 'em thumbs up for the host of the show, we now Madam Matilda J. Cole. So Madam Cole, hello ma. Yeah, tell people that I do and set this set stage. But I am basically of course you familiar with this topic and given you wealth of experience and na salon we all born, so you don't even need for get advanced briefing. So yeah, tell people them I do and whatever you want to add to waiting one for talk about. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and in advance, happy Mother's Day. If you are a mother to a biological child, but if you also happen to have not mothered a child and you don't take care of picking them, you've taken care of kids, you've taken care of other people's children, you have basically play a motherly role in life of an individual. I'll say happy Mother's Day to una all. So today me come wire so na ya short, so right at 7 o'clock me get for clock off. I just need for tell una one thing, so una go know say Matilda no come for can sit down here for long. So yeah, the UK Times magazine, or news, not magazine, but newspaper, broke a story. And for me, I think waiting really shocked me. Well, it not shock me, not shock, surprise. Waiting surprised me na the reaction of Sierra Leoneans them. And more so the one them within a UK. Where, for me, for all intents and purposes, you know, Boku of them they act like say, sorry if I feel distracted a bit. My phone is off, but someone is calling me. Boku of them they act like say they don't understand the laws. Now the UK, the housing laws. Now the UK, the rules them we govern that particular procedure. And I make a statement this morning na me own personal profile that I'm bringing here that seem to have rattled some feathers. And I know say me no, I'm not into controversies and all of that, but usai too dey for talk am, I go get for talk am in the way I see it. And this is the beauty of divergence of opinion, right? Has she committed a crime? The answer is absolutely not, according to the laws in the UK. Has she exploited the system? Absolutely, and that is the case of many of even our own people there. And so, waiting I say na me own personal profile this morning about this matter was the fact that
Well,
uh,
I can interrupt you quick because
mhm.
not so everybody follow the story. So we will need for the background of the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
let people
okay,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel say
So
you don't give background.
no, no, sorry. So that background there, I really want for Guy, and then we go dive
Oh, okay,
to
okay.
whether or not because at this point, not to in terms of breaking the law, not to we responsibility that for go after
Mm-hmm,
them if they
mm-hmm,
broke the law or not. But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
let me just bring people up to speed. So
Okay,
yes, so what I go do fumble them. I want for force. Let we lay the topics them, how we
mm,
able for deal with them. So that way
okay.
they
I will doubt
help.
that there are not a lot of Sierra Leonean that have
No,
not
no,
seen this, because
yes,
the
but
truth is it's a trending story all over
yes,
social media.
yes, it didn't have social media, but remember, where we can don't finish the broadcast, we can convert them into audio and send them na different forums them, where Boku
Mm-hmm.
people the remote villages them no get that ability for know everything where they happen on social media. So in their
Absolutely.
interest, yeah, in their interest, let we try for make sure say we give them a background information about the story. So fumble them, and this now one thing we I just want for before we delve into the startup, given the background, I just want to go through the things them way I want follow we talk about. So we go talk about the bills, Madam Fatima Bio, any man, who side and start na UK and the type of housing where they live because this woman where people like can remind them of that humble beginning day it can always say it be gentle before a man come na power. So if you know that background there, una go be the judge. If indeed this woman be gentle. So when we talk about how we be they live, and according to this newspaper or this news outlet, now London, we then put story, we then give article, we go extensively, go deep into how Madam Fatima Bio, any man, when are the current president, but they live now UK immediately before the election. So we go talk about that. We will set the stage for now. And in addition to that, we want to be the centerpiece of this discussion tonight. Now, after the humble beginning day, so then come na power. So meaning that most, if not all, waiting the don't acquire so now way it come na power. So now that kind step there we want follow and understand. So now among the things them we you don't acquire, the things that we want for really look at the mysterious rise in wealth of the first lady and even in relatives them. And then between 2020 and 2024, the kind property them we they don't buy. The article center on the Gambia, but we know very well this fly not ordinary something. Highly likely. And again, this is not high probability fambule. For say, oh, you know, get evidence and stuff. No, you get for make what we call inference. Like you get for put two and two together, and then
Uh-huh.
you see, oh, the possibility very high. Say this man he engaged in money laundering, and they use that now for clean their money. Then they and go buy property there elsewhere because yet waiting at the explanation. So we go look at, but again, now the host them or the property them, now Gambia, and we get pictures them and all that in the from 2020. Remember with all COVID where people and they struggle, then people they engage in taking advantage of the country money.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So we go talk about that and we go show them pictures then they and again this one way Matilda we they talk about this now public record of the way how we be they live according to the story. So now
Uh-huh.
let just show una I will go read the first paragraph of that story there, and then I will pass them to Matilda, let it build up on them. Because like I say, it don't do something on social media and as personal post, don't talk about them. And I want to let una self get the background. So now as soon as they see the times, not to Salone, no, this is not London news outlet, and you see the president anywhere, and waiting is say the title na ya. They say Sierra Leone's first lady rents a council flat in South London, and waiting down they mean the council. It mean waiting Boku place them, countries them, especially within North America, where they say social housing, government house. I want for
Uh-huh.
to know that. Yes. So
I mean,
waiting
we used forget there used to be something like that in Sierra Leone as well. Waiting and call them. I was young, but I remember
just
people
yeah,
used to
locust
refer to
housing. Yeah,
locust
locust.
housing. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. I'm just nah, I think just after Shell Company, Shell New Road.
Around Kisi area
Yes.
and stuff because I remember very well being told, "Oh, these are the locust housing going up,"
For people,
and yeah. Uh-huh.
yes, for people that will understand that area, they now locust housing you they pass, you go grass field. So just
Uh,
before grass field, now locust housing, and then they save terribly boku money man them money and particularly the politicians, then people who get influence in politics, they don't
uh,
grab them place then they and even buy them
uh,
from government, and that's very sad. But I don't
uh,
want to lose sight of this. But yes, you're right. We get, I don't know if you then still poor people and still they maintain them, but apparently now more of people them way well off. Now they occupy that locust housing day. And the name say low cost housing. So meaning somebody will get low income. But apparently it don't be the reverse. So according to this news, again, the title Sierra Leone's First Lady rents And this now continuous tense, not to past tense too. So again, the side way they say as 336,000 households wait for accommodation in the capital, Fatima Bio retains tendency of her old home in Southwark while living in a Freetown mansion. If Ambulem again, Matilda will talk about this. Me not will go into whether a broke law or anything, but for the fact say this now low cost housing, let we say so, social
Mm-hmm.
housing. You don't be president because now yeah, the a man a happen almost say it under Fatima name
Yeah.
based on the article, but here a man then be did it before a fortunate for win the election, the presidency. So I go just read the first part from Bulem, let una really get better understanding in terms of the background of this news. So I go scroll slowly for let una self see. The First Lady of Sierra Leone is understood to be the tenant of a council flat in South London, despite owning an extensive property portfolio in Africa. So not to just the Sweden then a Salone, they say Africa, and the article go deal with the property then they, where then they will be the second part of the program tonight, Fambulem. And within the continue for say, Naya, it say Fatima Bio, a former actress, left London in 2018 when her husband Julius Maada Bio became president. Since then, the couple have lived in the presidential lodge in Freetown, the capital of Sierra Leone, set in extensive grounds in the hills above the city. The luxury mansion is equipped with a swimming pool, tennis court, and the helipad. Again, we all know, say, that lodge, they rightfully so, president place. So if it be comfortable, let we put them so. So we not grudge them for that. But here is say, records show, on a member of that word, the records. Records show that Jabi Bill 44 registered to vote at a two-bedroom council flat in Southwark several times since 2009. Me family, what it mean? It means say it's still they use that address day, the social housing place. So when you use that address day, you they tell the people the authority in London say you still they sleep na that house day.
Mostly. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So now that it is shown here. Because he used that yesterday for register for vote in London. Now that's the article they say now here. So Southwark Council confirmed, when I get this so, that the flat has had the same tenant since 2007, indicating
Mm-hmm.
that Gambia continues to rent the property. This would appear to breach council housing regulations, which require that such property be a tenant's sole or principal residence. So this side, the article they say, Fatima Bio, this not to in principal resident, not to yan na in we na yan na North America we they say primary, where na
Mm-hmm.
there it is most of in time. And now appear like so. And according to this article, where Matilda, you they talk about law, but this article say if not to the place where you sit down, you they spend most of your time, then it
Mm-hmm.
go against the law of the social housing.
There is
So,
a contradiction to that, and there is a video that contradicts that even within their own system. Now that make us say more take them, more they go no more.
oh, okay. So the other side where I go kind of just read because one for take step by step from bullet. It says Jabi Bill was born in Sierra Leone and came to London to pursue a career in modeling and acting, ultimately appearing in a handful of low-budget Nigerian movies. And then puts the link. If you now click on the link, you will see the movies there. She met Madabio, now 60, in London in 2012, where he was fundraising for his first presidential run. They married in 2013 and lived at the property. When I get this, so lived at the property in Southwark until his 2018 election victory. Madabio was a brigadier during Sierra Leone's civil war in the 1990s. So the second part, I go hold them there because that second part now Ingo show we the property them now where they don't get. Let's read them quickly. Let una go they wait for them part today. A report published on Saturday by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, citing property records, alleges that the First Lady owns two villas in the Gambia, a flat in a luxury estate, and an entire apartment building. Remember, somebody, so it clear say Fatima na ina the original tenant na this place because them 2013. So it be done did it since 2007. So meaning na him. So na him accommodate President Bio. So people away be they say President Bio be the strain and not begin nothing na Fatima Bio patch him up if I can use that word there. So this article they confirm that saying because if really President Bio be well to do at that time, he not go tap with in wife we just married now social housing. So it clearly show and one side back later where the article, part of the article talk about say them gal picking because between the two, they only get one picking as we know. Then gal picking in first year birthday. Now the project host the celebrator. So that also they tell me say then people will be poor before they come to power. So I go pass them over to you, Madam Matilda. And since people don't understand now, saying Madabio here in West before they become president, they be they live na social housing na London, according to this article. And the article say the Southwark place then confirm say yes that woman they be they live there. Over to you.
I sent a video to you, Mr. Kago, from a British television. I don't know if you have that video. I think it will be really good for not just read the article because the article they say something, but also for juxtaposition the article and waiting the journalists that also analyze that and show. And the reason why I want for take the if the reason why I want for take that I want for look at in that way they now so that I go able for approach the issue properly because you know like I say me as somebody where if you read word for word waiting and light without maybe you not come to me and ask me say Matilda waiting you write waiting you mean you will miss the mark completely because I am of a very highly analytic I get a very highly analytical brain so the way somebody go just look at something face you know point blank and then blah 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 not to so me go analyze it. And that is the beauty of our brains the way Mr. Kago go approach this issue not to the same way me go approach him maybe somewhere in the middle we might you know agree somewhere but that does not mean that we will totally agree on all of our points right um it doesn't mean that we'll totally agree on all of our points. There is one thing we know about this couple. We know that they travel a lot. They travel a mighty lot, and people you might think, okay, what is Matilda getting at? I'm getting at something. I'm just waiting for Mr. Kago to download the video. So just be patient with us. They travel a lot. And if we also want to be honest with ourselves, there are rules and regulations that also guides the appropriation or the or for allow you for stay na then kind property then they not to so. I know nothing about the social housing system in Canada because I have never not even when I dey help people them where they under, because I always believe God has a plan for everyone, and just because you dey under today no mean say you no go come on top tomorrow. So even when I can help people the way they under, because me I not sabi pump, I dey send them to lawyer where I know, or a legal aid system where I know, and say go to these people, they will help guide you on what you need. Because I know they talk about something I not sabi. And so also with the UK housing system. It just so happened that I happen forget an in-law when a lawyer for now England, I not go reveal too much. When a lawyer na England and where they work with the government, and also I also get an in-law back where they within that structure they for do the checks and balances them for help people them integrate within that structure there. So that is even how I take understand maybe small bits about them process. Now that country they small, but again I don't even get the full knowledge and scope about it. So having said that, no say the way I can approach this the way our table this is basically taken from the article, taken from the discussion, the snippet discussion, because the snippet discussion cannot give you the
Well,
fullness
yeah,
of what
we don't download the video. Sorry for the interruption, but we get a caller on the line. So let me take that call, please,
okay.
and
Okay.
then and then we go play. We go proceed, because
All right.
caller not there on the
All
line.
right. I just hope no more that we not open the line and then the Pandora's box open without
Yeah,
really.
well, let me just take this call because before
Go
you
ahead.
join, maybe don't see the phone line open right away.
Oh,
VOS net caller, waiting your name and who side they call from. WhatsApp, go ahead, please.
Hello, good evening. I name Jibril Kanu. I dey call
Hello.
from United Kingdom in England,
Okay.
in
Okay.
London
Thank you.
precisely.
Yeah. Thank you very much for we call. And waiting you
Yeah.
take. Let's keep to the 3 minute mark. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Please.
want give me take to the council house. But before that, while we brother we live somewhere in Maryland, America, he been making comments about the violation of the constitution or way Annette been sacked in the vice president insight and saying that the first major violation of the 1991 constitution not to be correct. So the first beneficiary of the 1991 constitution now be SLPP, and are the first violator. The Jan Kababi make James Jonah, where the constitution they against that, make a finance minister. So now just one correct that we brought that they are Lucina, Maryland, saying that SLPP first violate the constitution. Now like to the council housing. Yes, with Sister Matilda been say first lady no break a law by
no.
waiting in read or the video way it's in. Yes, forget the council house in the UK. It gets so many criteria and way for fulfill. But two main one them, if you get Pekin, where they under the age of 18. And where you get them Pekin and they or Pekin, they under the age of 18 and you now homeless. Your income not able to make you for buy a house or go rent a private accommodation where it's expensive, it can go apply at the council. The council they give you housing based on them vulnerability and the way you don't highlight. You get picking and they're not going to make you like homeless. You sleep in that street. The second criteria when a major only you get if you disabled or you get picking with disabled, it will put you up the ladder straight away. Because you get thousands of people where they wait for their houses and they. So where you don't get the council knows say if we live there, then one criteria than they where we firstly they don't violate. Two, if for enough for renter, then they enough for renter. But then they council can find them very, very difficult for prover because the people that work in rent their flat and they now relatives them, now brother them, now sister them, now saloon people them. So some they not can come out say yes and I remain a tenant. And council not get no way we can prove them. If you not get evidence, you know say this country na law country. If they don't get evidence for say yes, this person a tenant na this house, then they not get nothing we then go do you. But if they get evidence for go so say either by how the person they pay in rent, until they pay and through that your account, or you get a tenancy agreement, where majority they not go do because na tenant and a council house. So if you get the evidence, is council get hold of them, you don't break the rule. The first lady, I just say the tenant where you get house not go implicate them for say is renter. But for the fact say it is still they use the house day. And he not leave day. Everybody knows say he didn't have it or he don't violate the agreement. He don't violate and straight away. So, but now like when they talk about integrity, if I just don't hand over that house because in status no don't lift them. But he not break a rule for say because in status no don't they high, enough occupy that house. As long as he maintain the tenancy agreements. If they pay rent, if he live at the house, it's okay. But for the fact that he rent, he break the rule.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, let we allow Matilda for sets the stage, and I just now go reading at the line for too long. And thank you very much. Yeah, we will pick them up from there. Thank you. Take care.
Good. So then say he rents the house. Now there are two meaning to renting here where we need for clarifying. And maybe first of all, before I go there, make I just where then can say make I just I am laughing because right now, as I want begin talk, so somebody can me aid, and that person there is no other person than Mr. Jamboria. Honestly speaking, now Mr. Jamboria na me aid right now we make a laugh, and the reason we make a laugh is because I am about to do Nambara Soto or Soto Nambara and I are so small. Some people then go Nambara Soto with me. Some people then go oh, Soto Nambara with me and I are so. But you all have to make we all work from a place of honesty. I like what in the caller say. And indeed, the caller writes in waiting and say there are rules and regulations. With anything, there are rules and regulations that govern, things then. Waiting me actually writes in my own profile way. A lot of people seem to, or some people think, there are those who came out openly and there are those who are undercover and know for say, then they grumble, say, Matilda. You don't like somebody writes say you misfire. I'm like, no man, I don't misfire. I don't misfire at all. Because sometimes when we are setting the truth for others, we have to set the truth for ourselves. And that is where I am approaching this one. For this part, I'm not talk about in other acquired properties them or alleged acquired properties them. Thing where we don't talk now this show day in, day out. And people sometimes are acting surprised as to some of these revelations when the so-called hotel or so-called apartment, when the foundation started. If you remember, VOS was one of the first, online news that broke that with evidence as well. But sometimes people don't take, and it's okay, we can speculate and blah, 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 blah. There is a lot of evidence that was shown by the Africanist press. On several occasions, I had the opportunity to sit with Chelno on this platform, and I asked him very profound questions, and he was able to answer with proof, okay? So let me just say, I am not a lawyer, I'm not an investigator, I'm not going to investigate things then, So So I don't know who that investigate waiting as if there was a motive also to the investigation, because it is alleged that some of the alleged proof that are out there have not been properly vetted, and there are errors in it, because there is this great belief that people strongly believe, say, the people where even the Nambara Soto Nambara with na Koidu Holdings, na then they behind the release of this publication. And if it is so, and if I find my facts and my evidences, why not? We are here to talk and discuss as a family. There should be no grudge held, right? We'll go talk about them and see if there was motive. They could be right that there is motive behind. It could be wrong also that put in a place of defense, you have no ammunition, but you have to use what you have, and so therefore you they stonewall, and they try for deviate, and they try for divert and send attention to something else. I wrote the fact that obviously very sarcastically, and my whatever, saying, if you know say you self get cancelled flat, and you been don't go England, and you been don't live there from 19 law, I say make people and all they want them wait then capable of this, make them not put them out on the stock and make them waka pass, so that people who genuinely need this help, have sought for this help, require this help, let them engage and let us have real conversations. That is why I did that. Because at the end of the day, like the caller just say, people and when they don't need their homes, they are so again. When they rent, then they sublet them to other people them. And when they're not a live na then also they are so again. And many of them are in Freetown, living in Freetown 24 hours, 365 days a year. And so if you're one of that person or one of those people who are resubletting something where they give you and they entrust now you, and as a result of your circumstance and as a result of your situation, and there is a program or system in place for help you, and you don't get the help when you need, and God don't help you, you don't come out that space there, but then you turn around and you exploit the system, and then you self want open your mouth and talk till they say Fatima is a fraud, then who are you? That's basically what I was getting at. And as I was coming to the show, I invited all of them. I said, instead of una make unu they assume, how about una can have VOS and una can listen to waiting I get for say? Because there are many of you who are equally capable. We know they talk about in other assets them. I they talk about this particular situation wherein una they covert housing them, we meant for the poor, we meant for people in need, when your situation have changed and you have elevated yourself, you are at a particular status, but you refuse. Yes, you refuse because obviously the government not get a way for trace say, you they take money in a table because these rents are not deposit, transfers are not made direct deposits. Na money in a table, na money na an, na in then they do. So if you are capable and you are guilty of something, why come out and be an hypocrite? Why not set you out and relax and allow people then where they in line, where really they suffer, where really need this help, and we don't, some of them we don't get this help, and we continue to get this help, for make we address this issue for what it is. Because yes, for all intent and purposes, like the caller we call say, broke rule in terms of broke law in terms of renting the space, because they do that quite a bit in England, and just like they do also in America, and within certain communities na yaso na Canada, we also know for say there is a lot of evidence to show that there are people who do this type of things. We know for say there is a certain group of internationals where then they left their wife and them picking them a house, then go rent 1-bedroom apartments on site just so they can exploit the social systems that are in place to help the needy and the poor. So this is not, I'm not coming from a very naivete mind of thinking. I'm coming from a place of we the people, our people who need help, right? Who have sought for help. We now the same one them back where they put the baton down the right, where they put sticks and stones and wall in front of them to be able to properly integrate and to be able to properly live. That is what I was getting at. And here is a typical situation with this Fatima Bio situation. The rules. Was she, make her say, I don't know their financial status ever. Let us go by what we know speculatively and what we have seen manifested in reality. Okay, allow me for a minute here. We know that these people, for all intents and purposes, we know that say there is a history out there. Say this man also been they live in London with another woman. Okay, when that relationship they went south, he moved in with his present wife, who happened to be on a council flat. And the reason for now, listen me mind properly, and this is all information out there. I'm not a manufacturer, anything where we all know already know. He gets picking them before he meets this man. And at the time, none of him picking them, they don't turn 18 it. When mean for say he been still qualified for get this social housing because she was a single mother, or could easily come off as a single mother because she was not married to anyone that we legally know of at the time, and so legitimately she was eligible to acquire this discounted property. Okay, he qualify, he waiting and call her. But then, like the law say, when they give you this OCR, so you're not supposed to bring other people in kind sign. But let us call a spade a spade. Let us speak the truth. Has that been the case in England? The answer is no. We all know say most of una the rent room then give people them. We all know for say most of una the left housings them, uno council flats them, uno move go other side, then uno rent uno council flats then give people them. And then they pay una underground. I mean, this is something that is well known. So make we not can so they can make like for say at the first and this we see coach. On at the first and this we see Arata the Onata coach. Where we know for say Arata and Grumpig, they can sometimes look similar. Okay? This is all I am saying. And so now, this woman don't get this council flat, obviously, because of in order picking them, can meet this man here, so marry this man here or whatever, they married each other, in that whatever hit, then get a picking. Okay? Then are the hosts. The council, the people are not going to tell you, say you go throw away you picking in Papanado because of whatever. And first of all, they might not even know that the beginning papa been dating. But according to the news now, we now know that in your forwarding address na London na that council flats day. Because the news we are going to be listening to just now, one of the journalists alluded to that saying, how funny would it be, or how funny is it, that a whole president's letter from another country, the postman, the waka come, and at the letter I say president so, and then the waka can council flat can deposit that letter there. How funny, right? How funny for somebody where obviously we went from seeing them riding on buses, the double-decker buses or singular buses in England, right? Riding on buses, not, obviously looking clean and everything, but you can see that absolutely crystal clear that these people were not of higher means. They were not even of moderate means. Right? And then now we see the amount of wealth within they display. We see the amount of luxury. We see that they have access everywhere. But one thing una fail to realize is that in all of this, we also need for figure, because they say the residents need for be your primary residence most of the time. right? We know for say them people here, then they go England fast. We know for say them picking them, they always they England. In fact, then sometimes they take lunch in England, they go to Sierra Leone to take dinner, and then by the time then they can, the next morning for can take breakfast in England. Within 24 hours or less than 24 hours or a little over 24 hours, we can see how they can, melt around the place. So one important thing now also we need for look at is that under this law, how many days legally is you or your dependent? Because right now, it no go claim dependency anymore unless it decide for use in small Peking. Because like the news say, they use that same address there for vote in England. And in small Peking, not over the age of 18 yet. Whereas in other Peking them, where he used to acquire that property, they were under the age of 18, but now above the age of 18. You understand what they talk about, not to show. So we need for look into all them things for really now see say, yes, this is absolutely as the system been exploited, without a question of a doubt. Then they would not do something where we they argue. Now that make when somebody say, oh, you are making comparison. I'm like, no, I'm not making comparison. How about you do not try to be in my brain and maybe try to get me to tell you what's in my brain, then we can have a point of departure. It is okay to disagree with me, but at least let us call a spade and let us put the facts for where they belong. And let us start from a sensical departure. Make we start from a sensical departure. And I don't lay all of the different in there. I want to make me play that video this small. More listen to that video there. I go close a little bit. Allow Mr. Kagbo for come because I said divergence of opinion is good. And then make we go now from that departure day to Usai with Fenway safety. At the end of the day, like I say, has a fraud been committed? Absolutely yes. How as the system, make I not say a fraud, has the system been manipulated? Has the system been manipulated to one's advantage? Absolutely yes. Without a question of a doubt. Like me, I take me time while they read the article, I go look at the comment section of that. I see a lot of people then, different nationalities. Obviously, you guys know England is a melting, especially London. It's a melting pot. And they read them comments, and just to think of when people saw this, first of all, how did it make us as a nation look? And by the way, make I tell you now, I always say let us deal with our own issue, our own way. Make we deal with we own issue then now we own way, because the issue is us. And not they look at who that else they do them. That is why I locked it within our community, so that we can have a real discussion and confront things the right way without sounding hypocritical and without sounding as if all is well and all is perfect with all of us, because there are many who are guilty. Make we play the video.
First Lady of Sierra Leone, where the President has got a fleet of properties and planes, trains, automobiles, anything that you can probably want or desire, but rents a council flat in Suffolk. So it calls into question how on earth you are still able to rent a flat when you've not been necessarily in the country for however many years. She was in London, and that's when she got her flat. That's where she met her husband, who was actually mounting his presidential bid. Yeah, raising cash in London town. Yeah. And the irony is that some of her official engagements have included, obviously, talking about lots of kinds of rights, but rejecting and talking against Western encroachment in African values and Eastern life. So it's beggars believe that you can still pop over every now and again back to your council flat when you don't live here. But the council have responded by saying that they don't take income into account. Now, I found this fascinating because I thought if you earned a particular over threshold,
no, you shouldn't be. There's nothing in national policy to stop a billionaire from being taken out of it.
Well, that's a disgrace.
Remarkable, isn't it?
Well, there are 350,000 people in London on a waiting list for a council house.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know full well that the government is committed to build 1.5 million new houses by the end of this parliament, because we need houses. We need places for people to live, and somebody who's living in a council flat but clearly has plenty of houses in Sierra Leone probably isn't the most in need within this situation. It's shocking, and it's very disappointing, isn't it?
You know, the Times have got this story, and they've sent a snapper over to this place, and they've got photos of the letters and posts being sent to the address to the President of Sierra Leone. Imagine that, your postman handing out that sort of stuff. And they also say that the couple's daughter regularly uses this pad for social outings in the capital. It's not a bad deal, is it, to be not only tied to an African power, but also have access to social housing in London?
It's a fantastic benefit, and I'm sure it goes very well along with some MS handbags and a yacht. I think they've got a yacht, they've got a villa on the seaside, 20 bedrooms or something.
And a gaff in Suffolk. Well, before we move on to the next story, we should say that neither the First Lady, nor President Bio, nor Tigta Soli responded to requests for comment, and Southwark Council declined to comment on an individual case, but
You are mute. Okay, so Facebook keeps saying you are mute, you are mute.
Yes. Sorry about that. After the video. Okay.
Okay, make I
clear.
just speak and back up for that for the people that we know here waiting and saying on Facebook. So Facebook waiting I've been try for say is that two things from this analysis, obviously, where the journalists them in the do. One, they say because the person they continuously pay the rent where nine they supposed for pay, they not get reason for flag anything. And then within that day, me and Mr. Kagboyeri is something different because waiting me here is that one of the journalists say, well, based on their criteria, even a millionaire qualifies to apply for social housing. So when me for say the explanation of a threshold or bracket of income does not apply here, right? It does not apply here. And you guys, you're all watching from the UK, you're welcome to call and you're welcome to correct us, right? When they go on for say, in girl Pekin can frequently use the os as in party os, as in get together os. And then say, really, isn't that nice to have a council flat in London for use as your party os? And then fly back, go salon, go then at your yacht and your luxury, right? So this is what I am saying, that sometimes the structures within this society not they help with people, right? Because I know say they can do checks then. They can do, I think, waiting they can call unannounced visits sometimes. But then if this person don't rule, don't then a salon, don't then at the highest seats of office alongside husband for about 7 years now, how often did they really do these visits? What else have they looked at? What in then at the system when of don't flash say so and so person so and so address, you pin to so and say no, this person no longer qualify for such for such an assistance. But yet still she continues to get the assistance. And also if it was based on income, then maybe I before also say waiting exactly this person they declare as an income in England. But because it's not based on income, I cannot go there and say what has been their declaration or a declaration of income in England that up till now she still has access. But this is where integrity comes in. Right? This is where integrity comes in. This is where self-consciousness comes in. This is where values, morals, and ethics. When I not say that word in a word way, I can always they use ethics, ethics, ethics. This is where ethics comes in. Instead of for make you don't sit there and wait stay this kind news here so book. The moment then gain them presidency, let us maybe give it 1 year to stabilize. The moment where they stabilize, why you not go take key, pull your property there? I mean, she can afford how they call them storage. Better, she can even afford other more luxurious building. Why you not pull your property there and everything where you get put on rentals or buy us and return the property so that somebody else in line? Because like they said, 1 point something, whatever, people are waiting in line. Give a hand, a helping hand to somebody else seriously in need of this help by relinquish the helping hand that was given to you because you no longer need it. That they then call greed. That they then call selfishness. Mr. Kadbo, go on.
Well, again, for me, the social housing, I want for we look to the current situation instead of just focusing on in life before they get power. To me, the life before they get power, the only relevance na ya is for let we know how how much they be get, like the money wise, because we know very well say saloon, we suppose forget a system whereby people suppose for declare their asset where then they in public service, but we don't they see repeatedly the people that we responsible for that are party people both APC and SLPP. The under APC, the Macaulay will be the ACC boss. We see say now him the lawyer where they defend APC folks them where they in charge with corruption. So Ben Kelfala, we don't see how much cozy it be with the first family. We are not supposed to be that way they. Because yes, the constitution saying where the president then a power, we not get for investigate for anything because it will become a distraction to them. Fair enough. But not the first lady and not in the private capacity. So this now they me want for focus where you look at simple calculation there, somebody will be done social housing and now you get property around the world
Yeah.
and specifically in Gambia you get plenty luxury item and property them. So then they tell you clearly saying not to before a man be president and get them property them day. So now that connection they may want to make in terms of
And Takagbo, I know I forgot you. You are right for making those connections, but also laying that groundwork. It's like giving history from from where you find out say you get the belly. Till you nurse the belly 9 months, till you born the pikin, till the pikin begin, you dey give the pikin bobby, till you begin get liquid, solids, this, that. Then this even what I have laid so far even makes a very stronger argument for now going to the financials and looking to the financial record.
absolutely. And again, just for clear, the article where we dey read make them very clear. The article, the side where we highlight, saying asked about the occupancy of the property, Southwark Council denied to comment on individual cases. A spokesman said, and this now then quote the spokesman, social house tenants have a right to stay in their homes regardless of income unless they fail to meet the obligations in their tenancy agreement. Where this is doubt, we perform regular checks and investigations to determine whether those obligations are being met. So they put clearly. So again, this did we say now the UK then they consider you income
Income.
for qualify you for social housing. So then get other criteria them where apparently then supersede the income
Excuse me.
aspect. So that the article, for let people not feel say, oh well, the article they try for just look at negative side. No, they make it in the article very clearly saying then contact and that make to me I really they put high premium on the article because then dot all their I's and cross all their T's. So that make us say then confirm beaucoup things than a year. And on the contrary way, Madam Bio, be they say it be gently before a man become president, this article is not true. So because even the actress modeling thing way he be the therefore talk about they make them clear saying a modest something that yes the article say clearly regardless of income but then they're not sufficient for let we say if we get so much income and still he decide for good leave na social housing. Nobody not go convince me with
And
that.
one thing gonna be good is that if we get some social workers them now where they work na England, this na a very good time for me gonna call the show, please. I want for display with numbers them again because this is an area that you guys know very well, that you guys can speak to very well, the criterias before and the criterias after. It go be very, very good for make una call. Do ya? Una call we na toll free 1866 944 7722. We UK line na +44 20 80 891 455. And we Australia line na +61 29 089 4337. Whereas we WhatsApp line na +343 997 5828. I am honestly looking forward, especially those who are social workers. Like I say, one of me in-law, na a social worker, and they manage so many multi-projects them na England. Help me understand this. Again, one of me in-law, they work for the government and also understand this very well. But na they work. Me not in the country, I not live in the country. Una na una profession, some of unu dey na the country, unu live na the country. You people understand the psychology, the methodology, the process much more than we can ever speak to. Go ahead, Mr. Kagbo.
No, well, I just want to know when we for talk about the main topic now, yeah, because to me, we are really coming to the program, not to for spend too much time on a social housing status. I be really want for focus on the fact saying if the previous administration, Commission of Inquiry, and the president called them IAMP and all that, and but yet we see so much we they don't take, I go put them outrightly that, take from the country. So I just want to appeal particularly to the supporters of SLPP and ask una self, saying in the name of politics or in the name of say Nami party, predominantly na people from a tribe or from a region, if then they sufficient, let you they live a terrible life, and this leader they are make himself richer and richer at una own expense. If not that una want for una self, or not that una want for the generation we not born yet. So that's not me question where I get. But I will pass them over to you before we begin talk about the different property them according to the other article where they reference for let people and get better understanding of how much wealth them people here don't get on behalf of the country, and how them people here go allow Sierra Leoneans them for suffer, and
Right.
yet then so much we now the country then thief am from. So I want to let you set the stage, and then we can take them from there because we not get
Yeah,
much
I
time.
mean,
You
we not get
say
much time too, but a subject matter like this, the way we miss here, not a one-day discussion, not a one-show discussion, not even a two-show discussion, right? Because such things, even as you begin for talk about them, you also get for begin for talk about certain programs them that have been instituted in the country and begin for question who side the funding for them program they are so come out. If the funding for them program here so were properly utilized, who that they do the checks and balances for ensure say the funding for them program they are so properly utilized. In light of this, you also begin for ask questions for say, why has there been so much freeness or what is called like an open border to access of drugs in the country, right? Or the trafficking or you know, or safe passage sort of drugs in the country. You also cannot help but bring back again the Josh Lidecker issue, right? I know for say some people in feel say that issue they don't die, but no, you have to put all of these things into context, right? And you cannot talk about these. The thing when it be for really, really like is that, you know, One thing I like about Chelno in exposes them is that when I pick up a Chelno bar expose, they show me the account number, they show me who that deposit them, they show me when they deposit them, they show me who side them deposit them, they show me if they can take back, who that take back, almost them, who that na deposit. Those were the details missing from this investigation and this report. For us to do a thorough analysis, for us to really, for make we comb like what we normally use poto dirty the water, for make we really poto and dirty the water, and really point square finger without any hesitation or doubt. Yes, you are saying allegedly. Yes, you are showing me all of these pictures, but please can you show me the how you call it, the conveyance with the names. Please can you show me the conveyance? Because when I get that conveyance there, you show me pictures of the conveyance when the property was acquired, who acquired the property, the name on the property, the conveyance of the property. But then we not get much for talk again. But right now I know for say we they go on speculative analysis. But what I would really rather engage in is thorough analysis. Whereas you show me the evidence in such a way that we turn them back to the Salone people then. Let them do with it as they please. But at least at the end of the day, like where been they go, they take in minutes and in writings them and in agreements them with Koidu holding, they show word for word with signatures and dates. That is the type of investigation and publication that I would have loved to see today. No offense to the people who did their digging. Maybe they have a part 2 coming where they will expose this thing. But when you want to expose such, you don't just give me figures. You don't just give me like the just like the expose. You gave me dates, you gave me time, you gave me location. You don't just give me figures. You don't just give me pictures. Give me something more to go with. Go ahead, sir.
Well, again, like how you say, we all get to a different way how we dey analyze things them. But for me, I think say the article them we expose this story, then give plenty statistics we huge for like the ACC able go after and nail the first lady particularly. And again,
Sorry for
the
making the Uda go after. Who is
no, I
about
say
to go after the first lady?
well by principle. So, anyways, let us show the reference where the article give. Um, uh, but before that, let me see if we can take a call since you don't invite people in for call. VOS
Yes.
Network. Hola, waiting a name and who side the call we from, please. Hello, hello. Well, I don't even know the same person, but that main line, for some reason, some people and they come through, but some people not able to come through. But when I call the WhatsApp, and it looked like say we will even stop that main line there, because plenty times people need they come through, but I don't know why some people and they able come through, and some people ain't able come through. But anyways, let we go before time bet we since we sisters say 7 o'clock prompt today log out. For let we get opportunity for you
Mother's Day
waiting.
weekend, baby. Mother's Day weekend.
So the article with the reference, yeah, to me, I will pay more attention in terms of the way how they assess or they analyze now. Yeah. So the headlines say after Sierra Leone's president took office, his wife and her family went real estate shopping. So the investigation now in this. So I hope so now they able to see very clearly. So according to the investigation, since Julius Maada Bio became president and Sierra Leone's president in April 2018, his wife Fatima Bio and her close relatives have scooped up luxury properties in Gambia. So this specifically in Gambia. So this not the article, not to VOS say this, and the findings. So they say the number one finding where they observe, since becoming Sierra Leone's first lady, Fatima Bio has bought four properties in Gambia, while a 500,000 villa was purchased in her mother's name. The second bullet saying Fatima Bio's half brothers have also purchased Gambian properties, bringing the relatives' spending to a total of at least, so this is not the reality, so at least 2.1 million US dollars on at least 10 real estate transactions carried out between 2020 and 2024. So this are the brothers them. Let's just kind of explain quickly then two bullet points here. The first bullet point they say Fatima buy for Imama $500,000 villa, and then the second bullet they say in brothers them, in half brothers them, where you go say maybe one mama, because we know say the one papa na sister.
Instep brother them.
Yeah, well, I just want to make the connection because again, that step brother, a step with a misunderstand the word step. So now that make I just because the real definition of step, if una not get any parent in between, then that person then a step. But this then share mama, so the mommy side. So in brother
Okay,
then
so in half brother there.
yes. So because na the mommy side, the technical definition na half. So that way we salon with they say step along. So now that make I want from waiting the rights now let people understand what it mean. So it means say in brother them to the mommy side, then brother them they buy property them we minimum na 10 property them. And the total we then calculate na ya of them property then how much it cost. Then say minimum it will cost $2.1 million within 4 years. So from 2020 to 2024. When I imagine within 4 years. So it continue for say, and that make us say again, if they want come after the story, it provide enough data na documents show a top Sierra Leonean government contractor signed key paperwork for three of the properties, including the villa owned by the First Lady's mother. When reached for comment, he denied any involvement in the purchases. So this, if not in place here, then can subpoena the Monday, especially when they say document they will show say this contractor na in help for like Fatima able buy that house day for
Uh-huh.
Imam in a $500,000. So I just want for make people understand that. And the other
Yeah.
bullet, the first family did not respond to questions about who paid for the real estate or the source of the fundings. As usual, they can always title. Now the same thing again, we don't ask for letting give statement about just Lidecker, now we don't hear anything, and then just put the country into that kind situation. So to me, again, we are not surprised, and let we know, and this la pause now, yeah, and make this comment. This now one of the things then this will make I be clearly saying Sierra Leone the way how we did the development is far for us because a get for be tonangi. So imagine with all waiting don't happen, so me and you two go gladly for let them pass commission of inquiry, part the Bio family and all the ministers them. But waiting yet for happen just like how APC do am as well. Then go say now which hunt. and then go destabilize process, and that will cause political tension and
Okay,
political
so
tension.
Mr. Kago,
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you. She has not said which one. She's already made a statement saying that no one will shut her up. Let them bring all the evidence and all the smear campaign they want. No one will shut her up.
Well, down the line business, but the point where they make Naya is with all the brag where they brag, if a man not in a power, she's powerless. Waiting the way
Yeah.
and man say. But where they ready for them, don't even put them behind dock. Where yes, we all kind of system this, but because they not get power. So again,
Mm.
to me not even taking words themselves as any relevant something, because now it gets the power. A man get power, so he can say anything. But for me, she would be powerless if a man not gets any position that that country become cease for become president that that country did. So the point where they make Naya is let we prepare for another maybe 5, 10 years of this kind political tension because then go fight back. The same tactics where APC they make, then tactics then they then get for make them. So now that make we the supporters them or una the supporters them. We the ordinary Sierra Leoneans them, let me put on correctly. Now we get for saying no to all the nonsense here for let them they derail the progress of the country. So I just want to throw that out. So let I continue the fourth bullet. So talking about saying they ask them question for let them show who side them pull the money or who that pay for that will stay to buy for a mama. And the other part, the last bullet say tax records, employment history, asset ownership records, and other publicly available information suggest that Fatima Bio, her mother, and her half brothers had modest means prior to her becoming first lady. And at that point, they I want to emphasize me fumble them. So they look at how much they make. They look at because them place here, like me, for example, if I go get position as salon, then able trace and ask for me record. And if I show them how much I be they make and all that, then it's sufficient for let them put together, say no, what you be they make, not sufficient for let you get that kind of mansion. So na yeah, na so do they trace. But let we take a call as we sister we don't ask, and then
The
we'll continue.
technical
Uh,
definition
uh,
approach. So that way, Salon will be step
Please,
along.
please,
So in that case, I
cover,
want for waiting the right
you
technology
go
to
out
start.
whatever you are listening from.
Hello?
yes,
They get
within
feedback. Please
the
don't you step so we go able to hear you.
you there even now? Can you get me now?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Keep on talking.
Okay. Yes. This Fatima Bio is expose, and surprisingly, we read and see some other social media handle. They say Fatima Bio try for retract and say another Kwedu holding or whatever holding. But I think say this Fatima Bio expose is some way the anti-corruption for now prove themselves say they're independent so that they will able to hold Fatima Bio accountable. Because Fatima Bio now in self see, you know the church salon money, the first interview where one Gambian journalist interviewer, the first one ever listening to Fatima Bio, he say 1 cent per salon money in order use until African Express Chernobyl expose am before you can say the money wey they get am through the presidency. Then unfortunately or fortunately for Sierra Leone, because nobody no go able to investigate Fatima Bio. Fatima Bio na like a de facto prime minister na salon. We no get respect for nobody. So I agree to Sister Matilda. We say maybe the people
Yeah. Unfortunately, we get connection issue.
this invest information about all of this investigation. The investigation where not they leave any ambiguity. So because viewers, for we viewers now, we mouthpiece now who they Ghana, me are they Ghana. But viewers actually now then they give we viewers now like a religion, and not possible and not listening to viewers every day. So I think Matilda and others or use the influence or let them able to see how we forget a clear indication from that investigation from the British people. Thank you very much. Mina Gabriel Ishmael from Ghana. Thanks.
Thank you very much, we brother. Let we see if we could take additional call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting the name and also the call we from, please.
Hello, this is not Abdullah. This is the call from New Jersey, US.
Hello, brother Abdullah. If you can speak up a little bit, that would be awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. The point we want to make, I think, Mr. Kebo, there is a concern. We understand exactly the reason for that concern. That when they stop this commission, whatever they do so right now, if they come on power, they can set up commission of inquiry and go destabilize them in the notion that, they will call under witch hunts and will go after them. I just want to give an opposing view to that.
Okay.
What thing lead to the destabilization of the country in connection to the commission of inquiry? Now, the fact that it's blatantly clear to everybody, this is not just you alone, but the entire world, that the leader we set up this commission of inquiry, really they use the commission of inquiry for the purpose for which they set them up in the first place. It becomes blatantly clear to everybody that the primary purpose for which they set up this commission of inquiry, now for go after not the people that we do wrong against the country, but people in we stand to be defiant to an authority, especially when it do the wrong things to exposure. And then people indeed go after. So when you do situation like that one day, the intention, in the interest of the country, is destabilization, they come out of the fact that a commission of inquiry was set up, and they come out of the fact that you are not actually doing it for the purpose for which the commission of inquiry was set up. Look at the Samoa case, for example. You put up an anti-corruption commission away, in my own opinion, are the most corrupt person in Sierra Leone today. The corrupt as even President Bio, or anybody when they talk about corruption today, because now you then charge with the responsibility for go after the corrupt people. If you corrupt, nobody know they will corrupt reach you, in my own opinion. They put 10 people in there, for being court case them after court case them, we will not see it, we will not see tail. So that's not the reason will lead to the destabilization of the country. Not that APC, not like the commission of inquiry, then share and to them gullible supporters of the SLPP. They're not like the commission. They don't have to like the commission of inquiry as long as it go by law. First of all, President Bio, it must not for them at the inquiry. This has to do with the judiciary, the commission. You sit down and can't give reports, but day after day, it meddle into the process of the commission of inquiry, either by making indirect statements, people already under investigation as questioning, they come publicly and calling a Yampi, they calling a Tikman, they calling saying this gave for happen, or that gave for happen. So you influence the purpose for which the commission of inquiry was set up. That's kind of the destabilization. Finally, if the setup of a commission of inquiry is never a wrong thing, but let we get that leader we serious. We say if Nami brother says they find one thing that corruption, the law for taking calls. Secondly, for the good publicly, they talk about an active investigation. Now the civilized world will not see them thing and they happen. Once an investigation has been instituted, you don't have to be a lawyer for no say. If you get power, you don't have authority, you will publicly talk about that investigation. You the influencer in one way or the other. So that's my own point we everyone add to what you say. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much. I don't think now contradiction though to me concern, but thank you so much. To me, again, whether then Guam the right way or not, it happen everywhere. Politicians them they can always try for use their supporters them for cover their wrongdoings. So again, not to just not limited to salon. So another point that they make. But within you say 100%, I agree with you, sir. Not a contradiction to within economic concern. But thank you very much, bro, as always. I don't know if we can take one more call before we try for wrap up because this
Yeah,
topic heavy.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take another call. It's important.
Okay.
Like I said, this
Yeah.
not a 1 day show or a 2 day show. This nothing way like what I can say. Let's peel the onions. We're gonna have to peel the onions on this one.
Okay. VOS network. Hello, caller. Waiting the name and who side they call we from, please. Go ahead. What's up?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Kabu and Madam Cole, Martinda. Thank you very much. Me, na Ahmed. I will call from UK.
Thank you, Brother Ahmed. Go ahead, please. Let me keep on
Yes.
to the theme, yeah,
Ah,
please.
that's fine. That's why. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So thanks once again. I don't listen to the analysis, and of course, Madam Martida, though they can clear. It talk as if they don't live in the UK, and the way analyze about the council and the tenancy and those in benefit and how then they try for siphon the system. Yeah, you're right. Actually, a lot of people actually the the average people and migrants they would like always get hold of the system and make something, which is people just want to make a way out of their own selfish and great way of life. Fine, but somebody like Fatima, for don't go into this stage, to this life because when once you are in a council home, it means you still they collect benefits. You still most of the people in that council because it's a subsidy like government you pay but not much. But some of them even if you get picky then maybe you get you marry but you don't declare your husband and stuff, maybe you claim as a single parent, even though you get person, they still will give you some small money. So is that doesn't mean that Fatima is still they collect that small the benefit system from the universal credit, because they call it universal credit, like when the subsidized for saying still the policies we don't because the system is clear. When once the condition change, let the authority know. They always make it clear. When you fail to let the authority know, it's like you're flooding the system. So for us, like Sierra Leoneans, because many people will go investigate. So one of the brother will now come and talk, we get a platform. He was there, even he said, the tap, we know the place, popular area, of course. So for say, this man not he get right for even buy that property, in as much as you won't give me for long stuff. But it's greed. It's out of greed with all of what you get. What you know you go hold onto a council because the Times newspaper, them guys then they take their time, not like them African journalism where then they hide stuff and that. Because publicly normally they can do them review people the frontline review, mean that I see on television and stuff. And it go very wide, this now paper way and a program where people they wide listening program. So someone that they can't castigate this first lady or the Fatima because they not wait for all the titles there. This is a woman we don't say. Where even when mother do the interview and they talk about this corruption before, where the journalist mentioned the African Express, they say if a human, the money and they say the human they get, if you're not close, they go buy. Now that's he asked back the journalist, if you're not close, you go buy. Or it is spent on party picking in this country. Exactly the national nature. So imagine this time. Now the same person is where go now Gambia where they interview him. They say if you're not money, if you're not go and get them a light. But today look the mansions the way they build. We have no Fatima. So if we leave Gambia, we the people and the family and the way no Fatima. Of course, Gambian population is small, just like Sierra Leone. In fact, it's smaller than us. So they know everybody. Now making a Gambia, one great person they talk 2, 3, 4 languages. We all don't live there. We know. What's if Fatima get? What's your family where they say so they look at the mansions. So exploitation. Now, this will they talk for brothers and sisters. The way no gay I foresee up to today, they still there with the green, they still there with the red. They are not seeing this kind of things. See, for me, they realize that these politicians, they try to wicked the people. Now, it's sad time, Mr. Kabu and Madam Cole. This is terrible. Anyway, I don't really deep, so I don't want to go beyond the time. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution, brother. Unfortunately, we don't time don't bet we, but I just want to go quickly through this article and let us show now the property them. And again, to me, this article it give away plenty things them we, if no more, na them place here the authority cable work with. So me fambulem again the last side way I be reach now say history based on the tax record, the employment history, the assets they would be get before power, it not match with waiting they get now. So now yeah, I will quickly read them. On a great September day in 2016, a Sierra Leone opposition politician and his wife through a first this now this I will be reference to now through a first birthday party for their daughter in the modest courtyard outside their subsidized rental flat in South London. So now this are the therefore say the begin in first birthday. Now that same social housing day that they tell you how modest they be. Within less than 2 years, the couple's lives would change dramatically. In April 2018, Julius Maada won his second bid for the Sierra Leonean presidency, and the family moved into the luxury of the state lodge in the capital Freetown. Now that she was first lady, um, now that she was first lady, I think for me is okay. Fatima Bio left behind a career in Nollywood, the West African film industry, and launched a global campaign against child marriage and sexual violence. She and three of her relatives also appear to have gone on a buying spree. Sale again. This and I make I really want to let people and pay attention here. Sale records and other documents obtained by the OCCRP that this organization will investigate the case show that between May 2022 and February 2024, Fatima Bio acquired two villas, an apartment building, and a flat in Gambia, a country 1,000 kilometers up the Atlantic coast where she previously lived. Her mother is also listed as the owner of a luxury villa that was purchased for $500,000 in the same time frame, while Fatima Bio's two half brothers either snapped up properties or were able to begin construction on land that had lain undeveloped for almost 2 decades. So, me fambulem again. This the show we clearly saying. I hope no more say they not go bribe this organization. Commission of inquiry. Then people there talk about sale record. They don't talk about other records. Them like that one where they say that person where now the contractor sign then get then documents then they so then documents then they then sufficient for nail. And again for let people let know say this not to not to like guessing game. They put now the map properties owned by Fatima Bio and her relatives. So look at the map na Gambia, the dots them. Now exactly who side them property then they dey. So not to any guessing game na ya. They're very specific. And where you go down, then go even show you the property them and whose term they acquire them. Because I will not go through them, I'm not going to read all this, but I just want to go to that part where they show you the property them, my brothers and sisters, and then we go try for close. This now one of the property them we they acquire. When I look at this, so compared to somebody where be they live in a social welfare, social housing. So waiting is saying this now the villa where it buy for imama. Look at this. And then we go down, then get the connection. Now, yeah, like this. If when I go to this article, we go pin the link. When I go see the connection where this article make to the brothers them, and the again, the other side where Fatima say, "You are my baby brother." So again, then they go show you the connection because in Facebook page, they able capture the conversation between he and this guy for say something as a guessing game. And then puts the connection Naya, Fatima, Imama with the two brothers them. Then give the connection. So this again, suppose for able help investigators them where the time reach for hopefully because na crookish people them. I hope no more say the no go don't put all the Facebook tier down. But this article, we get a copy of it. So if even them put them down, then go able, if then call we go able supply the article. Of course, the article people them, then go able supply that. And this additional like that also way they will show. But the thing where I want for show now, yeah, on a look, the post described the villa as is palace. So waiting that they show now, that they show Fatima in Pekin, where he posts na Facebook, and this villa now there he post a post for pictures, and he call them in palace. So again, this na connection to the villa, my brothers and sisters. For say where they try for say, oh, then they do all this. If even to me, the person we do the leak, it no matter na ya. As long as na authentic leak is beneficial to the country. So another we focus too much on now Uda puts the leak out. No. The leak is authentic, and this na connection where they make where they link na ya. This na Fatima in Pekin, where he snap na the villa, and they even capture the conversation between he and Mama. So again, people them way one for deny this and stuff. We they show now all this, and this na the write up. Fatima Bio also shared a photo of her son there on her official Facebook page. So again, this is not the villa. And the property has been used by the presidential couple for at least one official function. So meaning President Bill aware of this mansion. And if it don't even, according to this article, if it don't even go there and they don't able get a function, now that host day. So again, this now the time this. You see, now make us say again, this a give boku information. Then puts the time in May 2024 during a visit to Gambia for the Organization of Islamic Cooperation Banjul Summit. The president and first lady hosted a garden party at the villa. So this also they show pictures them now the villa. So tell me what in there now for deny, my brothers and sisters. And this article give a date. Again, this not to Africanist press, so we then go say, oh, now because of how Fatima be they say because the no get job now the BO government, so now I make it they do all this. This now foreign investigative paper this. So again, they show we this. When I look at the tags them for show we a description of the side them where they need for focus on. If when I read the full article, it go give now all. So again, then put naya analysis of video footage and photos from the event show it's the same property. So for say something then go allies say, oh, na different property, and they even tag the different part of the property, me famble them. And let I go down now for show now because this article, my brothers and sisters, they show all the time where them buy them, the amount where them buy them, everything. A giwi information now. And the other thing where interesting, the other mansion them or property them, this now one of them, and they show the time where them buy them and everything. So then put all this together in a sort of slideshow. And I want to go quickly to that slideshow, given that time don't beat we. And this is now the hotel on Asiam. All that they show them now this article. So again, people them way go went for begin say, oh, like how then they say na Koidu holdings and stuff like that. But again, I'll go tag the thing and show all this. Like them picture how they give description of all the pictures them, the particular event where they be there and all that stuff then they fumble them. So again, I just want to make this very clear. The other article where I be forced make, Matilda, just give me a moment. I just want for show una very quickly the host them, like the property them, the tell them buy them and everything. So this now the first one where then show na ya. So Ustem them buy 'em, October 2020. So una go see all that me fumble them. So this, what did it tell we? It tell we clearly saying that we get plenty for nail them with. So again, now we the salon people them need for team up Tranga one and make sure say them people here we definitely discourage whether or not the build them or the UNESCO them or where they come, they are waiting for come after all. My brothers and sisters, we the salon people them now the time this for say enough is enough. So again, now you look at this host, waiting there right, the October 2020, Fatima Bio's half brother Yusufa Dabo buys a 230,000 US dollars villa in Bruford Heights, later renovating and enlarging it. So then get for really go after this border and see who's I pull this money and all that. So the second one, now this one, waiting they say January 2021. Yusuf, the same Yusufa, pays tax for the purchase of an unidentified property worth almost 75,000 US dollars. And then you go to the next one, my brothers and sisters. When are this? Usten Mbaya, May 2022. Waiting to say, Fatima Bio's mother, Tidanke Dabo, buys a $500,000 villa located in Broadfoot Heights. So that mansion where it put in my name. Now, May 2022, according to this write-up. So we go to the other one, Fambulem. Waiting to say, March 2023, Fatima Bio buys a 2-bedroom apartment for 85,000 located in Forest View, an upscale estate in the popular tourist district of Senegambia. Again, for say, oh, we not get enough evidence. No, this all my evidence. Then show side the property, then show who stand and buy them. This not the other one. August 2023, Fatima Bio's half-brother, Abdul Mois Dabo, acquires the right to a plot of land in Kutu, on which he is building a hotel in the same period in which he makes 2 stamp duty payments corresponding to real estate transactions valued at 295,000 US dollars. We go to the next one. That's not this. February 2024. Fatima Bio buys a 4-story apartment building next to the Chinese embassy in Bijulu for approximately 148,000 US dollars. We go to the next one. Me fambulem, them people and I am the same February 2024, Fatima Bio buys a 44,000 villa in Bijolo. And then you go to the next one. This one, May 2024, Abdul Boys Dabo buys $500,000 penthouse in a luxury coastal estate, Fajara waterfront. So me fumble them for una way they think say, oh na Koidu holdings they do all this. This na enough detail for like we warrant further investigation. And this not a VOS, so this now the investigative authority, paper, and the name I go show now. But the last one where the paper cite, September 2024, Abdul Mois Dabo buys a 2-bedroom apartment for 150,000 located in Kololi Sands, a luxury coastal estate. So, my brothers and sisters, again, it corresponds to all them point here with a mark the Gambia. So Fatima Bio go get with all the evidence here, compelling evidence, we show Uda Bayam and I make them say according to the real estate record, the sale record, show Uda Bayam, Usten them Bayam, Amos them Bayam. So not so easy thing this for go after them. I pass them to you. And again, Fambulem, we don't run out of time. But this, if una get me voice, are so frustrated. Salon people for like they're able buy one cup rest, the average person. Itranga. And then people Fatima Bio within WEF. Then be they live now project house. A social welfare. Social housing. Meaning that they not be get almost nothing. Because we all know Africans them. If really like how they say gently, it go shameful for let you go there in a project, now social housing. But cool people them even within our social housing, then they shame say then they live in our social housing. So meaning that now housing that we're not desirable. So nothing enough for make you get money and go there in that kind of place there. So a very clear saying now situation where they not be get no other viable accommodation option. So if they come off from that kind deplorable condition there, you for be expecting that the people in there where for make the average salon person not go through hardship because they don't see what in hardship look like. But what they do? They go all over the place at the expense of Sierra Leone'S them, buy all kind villa, and now they put them some in brother the name and stuff. We fumble them. Whether they go either inside all or not. Like again, the world na global village, na a small village, global village. And as a matter of fact, we go able get their reports then like their wire. We go able show them. But under this corrupt, like how somebody say, one of the callers them under this corrupt anti-corruption boss, I don't feel say we're able for pull anything out of this. But we go keep the report here. And I sure say the next government, no matter what, for go through this and let them put a stop to this. From Tijankaba and Eskuruma and now Madabio, they loot the country like that and then live a life where people and they run after them like where Eskuruma they drive Namakini. You see people and they run after him. You know that. It's supposed to be public servant. But not a God. And at the same thing again, we go one way beyond on common power. And then they drive luxury vehicles them, they live luxurious life, and then we begin hail them, they clap for them. But no, let we stop that. Salon people do not deserve them kind leaders than they. I go tap here. Over to you, ma.
Okay, so mine is going to be short. Yeah, we don't see the picture then, we don't see the map out of the locations then, we don't see dates and amounts, but like I also want, if for me, if they get all of the information there, so they should also have the conveyances. I want for see them conveyances then we pin each picture and each mapping and each host acquired property, okay, to them people there so. And then the questions now we'll for begin ask is that okay, nobody know they say na so they are not free to buy properties, to acquire property. Everybody is free to buy properties. Everybody is free to acquire property. However, given what we knew, right? Given what we knew of their lives, right? Before they came into power, and now what they are exhibiting, add up. So we need for know a special app now and then develop where they sell, where they acquire their resources there. So now a gold mine they walk into, maybe an inheritance where we don't know about, where they acquire, when I afford them for go on these spending. Now how them call them? We have to ask some serious questions, right? How did they also purchase these houses? Now cash them purchase them, or now on credit a day? If now on credit a day, waiting give them the collateral, whose collateral them bring can for make a creditor go give them then kind money also. Which business then they run will give the guarantee say, oh, they can pay back, or they are in the position of to pay. Whose work way then they do when I then use for assess them. For say, you know what? Okay, maybe they not buy on cash now on credit, then buy them or what have you. Then they pay small, waiting then they do. So now all lengthy also again we need for know, because in this time and economy, nobody know they wake up. Even Bill Gates when a Bill Gates, even Bloomberg when a Bloomberg, they don't know they wake up. Even Bezos and the other one, Musk, they know they wake up and make such financial decision in a twinkle of an eye like that. There's a lot that goes. There's a lot of thought that goes behind it. There's a lot of thought that comes with it. And then at the end of the day, the question where me go ask and answer and I answer right now is that I do not trust the authorities in Sierra Leone to follow the trail, because we have not established such patterns. However, what I would trust the authority in Sierra Leone to do is to come out and defend. Is to come out and put a statement that completely contradicts the evidence and therefore justifies the act. The only way when we see say Salone go fight back and get, maybe if they are lucky, get their money back, if these monies are, and I'm being careful, some people and go say, no, Matilda, say it is Sierra Leone money. No, I have to put the if clause. I have to put the if clause because, again, we still not determine who waiting at the source of wealth. Who side the source of wealth come out. Until we can put a finger on it and say without hesitation, without, absolutely, that na Salone, na Sierra Leone, na Sierra Leone, the land, the soil, na the source of wealth. I cannot put an absolute there, right? So, like the Babangides of the world, and like the I want to call some African leaders them of the world. Now then, same people here, so we don't come in Konani. Now then, back go get for help. We find a way for see how these resources, like the British did, and like the Swedes did, where they return some of the stolen wealth of Nigeria back to Nigeria. Now then go get for help we, and a Gambia go get for look and say, you know what? Yes, built on Gambia and soil and what have you, but these resources truly are not of Gambia. Make it go back. Make them evaluate, put all things together and return that money they back. Or better give it to the state. But now my hesitation in saying give it to the state and for say, or better give it to the state to run to make income from. But we all know back how then they go end up. So who side we for go? Who side we for begin? That I think is some of the biggest questions that we have to ask. And I think that this discussion will get for continue. I'm not making any promises, but I might, I am thinking of, and I would see what my schedule permits for day or so with Mr. Cargo on Thursday, I believe is his show. Thursday evening for the first time. Go see. I know they promise you now, but I want to talk about.
If we get for continue, let it be next Saturday. Because Thursday, I can given that I can they walk, I can get a method where I just they look at things them not in detail, but in a
Okay,
brief.
so they say if you get for continue, let it be next Saturday.
Yeah,
But
next
this is
Saturday.
where I'll hate to disappoint you people because I know absolutely for sure I will not be here next Saturday. It is confirmed, it is sealed, it is settled. So I will wish you a good luck with the conversation next Saturday to continue because I am not going to be here and I know my calendar has confirmed that I'm not going to be here. So make a no can give a false hope. And then the term come on not see me. But I also want to take this medium to also say congratulations to all we fine Sierra Leoneans them we graduate all over the world. Whether be it's high school, whether be it university, where they excel, we don't do them parents them proud, and where God don't cover them up until this point. We pray for the protection of God, continuous protection of God over them, and we pray that no evil eye will befall them and make them parents them proud and make them family them proud, make them be good citizens of society. Make them be, citizens with high moral, citizens with, high integrity, high value, citizens with ethics. Now, whichever society they happen to find themselves, and I also want to take the opportunity for say a big congratulations to my nephew, IC Junior. Work situation held me back. If not this Saturday, I've been for day with my family in North Carolina, celebrating my nephew who just bagged his master's of architecture. So next time when I see me sit down at one kind host, not to tifa more, I get blood. We not a master architect. When I go architect for me, do ya? But no, all jokes aside, congratulations to IC Junior Bull on graduation in his masters, and like I tell you now, we 5th anniversary of Hope for Youth is coming in June. On Asabi we website if you want to give any form of help towards the 5th anniversary of because in all of this we cannot sit by and allow our young generation to perish. We cannot be bystanders. Let us catch the ones that we can. Let us help them the best we can. And we continue to pray for the best, honestly. Because at the end of the day, I don't see all of this. The Joyce Lydecker issue, what has become of it? The country refused to give up the man. Till now, we not get any update. In fact, then they ask, we say, if we see the man, make we tell them. This is the country we from. So if the authorities them we get the man na the milieu, we facilitate the man in entrance into the country, we been the parley and jase with the man, then they come back and tell we say, if we see him, make we tell them. This is what we help for people. So don't get your hopes up. Let's just hope and pray that maybe the impossible becomes possible. Unotata.
All right, Fambulem, just quickly, before we go, two comments then again, I just want, it look like say, Matilda get, well, he married, and the person recognized that. So, but for whatever reason, the person make them very clear, saying, "I praise you," and again, they are not sue anybody now. But I sort of but anyways, yeah, it look like say with system now look they bring. So again, Matilda, you're so beautiful and clever. You man, God don't bless her. So again, yes, never tell you man. But the other part where the person and not look one give up or so but again you married so it continuously they say but one other the thing way all jokes aside I want for say beaucoup thank you to all on our comments them but one quick one way I just want for yes Naya because again people like to misunderstand the whole reason for Lewis Naya so Karimu Ken, Kenneth Karimu apparently Mr. Kago analyzing, or has he already concluded to believe the story? Now, then, place here, we get what we then call damning allegation. We then call incriminating evidence. Take a look at this. This body then call themselves Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. They make clearly the location of the place, when they buy them, then put pictures. So with all this evidence, again, I make it clear. Meaning they conclude anything. Because guess what? I mean, not to nobody in terms of governance. I not join no party, no nothing. Even if I say I believe I'm relevant now. But what's relevant is this now evidence will make them easier for investigate. Now all that I just so my brother, don't misunderstand the whole thing. Me waiting I believe it no matter, it no relevant now. Waiting relevant is this information. Again, the onus now a day on the president and the first lady. For say, oh, that picture where them put. In fact, not a fake, not a real picture, now fake place and stuff. And then counting and then now one for a reformer. And then get right for even sue this particular organization if then defame them. So again, then Cable do all that. So now then your responsibility. So we so much information for say we leaders then corrupt given their information here. The same way as Bio be call APC folks them IMP, where the trial not even begin itself. So now the same way every salon person get that instinct for call BO and in WEF, IMP them based on all here. So I want to say Boku thank you. And I hope say my brother this clarifies it. Okay. We get what we call critical analysis. Now we do now. Not to the situation where you go say, okay, show me all the paper before I even talk about them. No. From waiting we don't see. Somebody can easily draw a conclusion. Whether the conclusion is right or not, now the person's opinion. So I left that conclusion with you now. But for me, I don't present waiting now the findings from this body. Let God bless you now with our family, and we tell our sister we can grace the occasion again, and hopefully never say never, according to Donald Trump. Sometime next Saturday, it will sneak back and surprise we pleasant.
No, this one I they confirm. I know they get to know pop at all. This one I confirm from the original source Itself, you will not see me here next Saturday.
Come say never. But me family them una thank you for we una day with we. And dear, now one salon we get. Again, this not for be APC or SLPP argument. This for be about salon. How much we want let that country they develop. And we know say corruption na a cancer na that country they. And one of the corrupt actions then they wire. Now, in we just don't analyze so tonight. And as a result of that, me fumble them, dear, again, we want to support APC or SLPP, NGC, or any party that support them responsibly. So now my message that we want to support them responsibly. And what that they mean? Una for think about the country in better one first. For una give una support to them party. And even if una support them, if they do wrong, una self get obligation to the country for expose their wrong dealings here. Until by the way, before I forget, tomorrow program not get for come on because now North America we they celebrate Mother's Day. And una very well say Mr. Shilon, he get a family. Even though the presenters them not get Mother's Day, but because in the co-host, in the lead host, so we postpone tomorrow program to next week. We will post that on the Facebook page and we YouTube channel for informing us say we not will get program tomorrow. So for all the people them mano umano where they celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow, happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful woman them. Either you will get for in the future be mother, happy Mother's Day in advance. You win a mama right now, happy Mother's Day. And you will don't play mama role. We all know say where we born, especially if you born as the eldest. You can play mama role where you don't look after your younger ones them like mama. So happy Mother's Day to you. So all we beautiful women them, happy Mother's Day. And for me, on behalf of we Diva, Mina Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say, let God bless una with una family, and let God bless all the presenters in our VOS, and above all, the country we all call the Mama Salone. Let God bless that country day. Until me see una Thursday by God's grace, una tata.
So we say make we drive kush na salon. But we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What if they do? When we bother them, they die. Push on down the hill, now them body just they try. So foot at them body, they and now they just they cry. Now we bother them foot so they swell now. Why? I don't know.